Well, on that note, I want to return to the front page of the Daily Telegraph, actually. This is about Rishi Sunak. I said that he is beginning to look a little more conservative. And the big headline here is Sunak is to block new 20-mile-an-hour zones. We're hearing a lot more from Rishi Sunak testing the waters and trying to win the next general election, trying to narrow the gap that the Labour Party has currently. Well, I'm delighted to say that joining us now is Jonathan Gullis, Conservative Member of Parliament. Good morning to you.
You and like everyone else, I enjoy your dulcet tones on the airwaves, so please carry on.
Oh, you are very kind indeed. Well, let's talk about the Conservative Party. I said yesterday, actually, that I felt for the first time I'm beginning to see Rishi Sunak looking a little conservative. I don't know quite what's going on. He now says, and I read this morning at about 3 o'clock this morning, that Sunak is going to block the new 20-mile-an-hour zones. Many motorists across the country are going to be saying quite right too.
Well, absolutely, David. Let's applaud it if it's said, and I hope it will be said, because ultimately it's a victory for common sense, a victory for the motorists. We know over 30 million people a day rely on their car to take their kids to school, to go to work, visit the GP, or just obviously visit a loved one. And I think ultimately we need to show we're more on the side of the motorists. I would hopefully like to see us go a step further and introduce a bill, the King's Speech, that says we'll stop ULEZ being allowed or legal in this country. And I think that would be a great signal of intent.
Well, so to be fair, that's the platform that Howard Cox in Reform is standing on. Obviously, the Uxbridge by-election, that was a huge indicator, I think, of the public feeling. It seems incredibly unfair. Say, for example, you're a nurse doing a night shift. You get hit twice, once on the way to the hospital, once on the way back. That cannot be right.
Well, David, I mean, the fact that Andy Burnham himself is coming out saying that he'll never bring ULEZ to Greater Manchester shows you just how impactful politically that by-election in Uxbridge and South Ryslip was. I mean, I've actually been calling for the Labour leader of Stoke-on-Trent City Council to rule out ever introducing a ULEZ like Mayor Burnham. And sadly, despite 1,000 signatures on the petition and despite numerous letters to the cabinet member responsible who's not replied, and months of campaigning on this, still silence. And people in Stoke-on-Trent are very worried that this could be a policy being considered. So I think ultimately, like you say, it's a victory for common sense if Rishi Sunak gets behind the great British motorists. We've done that with the freezing of the inflationary rise on fuel duty. We've cut, obviously, 5p and kept that cut, which is something I campaigned for alongside Howard, side by side with him. So ultimately, I think there's still more we can do, but it's a good sign that we're heading in the right direction.